Ever wonder what to do with all this bacon grease? It's such a pain to clean up after you're done baking a pound of bacon. By the way, it's really good. Anyway, I've got a solution for this, and it's great for camping. Stay tuned.
Hi, welcome to the guest house. I'm going to show you real quick how we start a fire.
Now that the wonderful 1 pound of bacon is done, does that not look good? You know, Sharon and I could eat a whole pound of bacon in one sitting, and we've done it. That's a whole other story. Anyway, so what to do with all this bacon grease, because there's a lot in there. It's a lot. I will show you. You're going to need a whole bunch of paper towels. I'm going to try to do this one-handed. So just want to set it down, see how that soaks up. That's a whole lot of goodness right there. Look at that, huh? That's 2. I normally do 6. There's 3. There's 4. Here's 5. Oops, a little off the edge. That's okay. And then 6. Okay. Now just kind of pat it down. It will all soak up all the grease. And I'll let this set for probably 45 minutes to an hour. There. So in case if you're wondering, I put this foil here because I don't know if you can see all the splatters. And it just makes it really hard to clean the stove. So we'll be back in about an hour. All right, it's been a little over an hour. The reason I wait so long is just really to let the pan cool down because it's super duper hot. Anyway, the final step is this. I'm going to, it's going to look nasty, but don't worry about that, right? Because I will give you a hint that you're not going to be eating this, so I won't worry about that. I'm just going to fold it a couple times. And still a lot. Ooh. Yeah, look at that. Ooh, that's a big one. I think that's the biggest one so far. Wow. So, the last thing I do is put it in here. I've already got 2 of these that I kept in the freezer because when we go camping, I grab 1 or 2, depending on how many days we're going to be camping. And all this really does, I'm sure most of you have figured out by now, what I'm talking about, what this comes in handy for camping is, it's fuel. It is a lot of fuel. So what I'll do is I'll put some paper down on our solo stove. I'll put this down on top of it, put some wood on top of that, and this thing will fire up like crazy. And as a bonus, people are thinking you're cooking bacon in your solo stove.
All right, so we wanted to do an example of lighting a fire with the bacon infused paper towels. So I'm just going to do a real quick show you of how I set it up. One of the things I do, I hate saying it, is instead of the paper with the bacon grease, we normally would use fat wood. Fat wood is great and it really burns good, but it puts off a lot of black smoke and it smells really bad for a little bit. Plus, this is $25 for 10 pounds. It doesn't last very long. That, well, besides the cost of bacon, which we ate, that was free. So, it's a good alternative. So this is how I do it. Here's my solo stove, which is awesome. It's shredded junk mail. This is about a week's worth of junk mail. Instead of throwing it away, I throw it in my office and I create a pile, and every so often I'll just shred it. This is awesome for starter too. So I just dump a big bag in the base. Ooh, that was a lot. It's gonna burn good, right? So I got that, and then I'll take the bacon infused paper towels. It's really heavy. Oh, that smells good. I also take it out of the freezer to let it thaw a little bit. So I'm just gonna put this right in the middle of this pile. Ooh, see, my hands are all greasy. And then I'm just gonna stack the wood like I normally would. Wood like I would. I'm so funny. And there is a proper way of stacking wood in a fire pit of any kind. You always want to create a pyramid and then have the core burning in the middle of it, and it'll start everything up. I mean, I only know this because I'm an expert, because I was in the Army for 9 years, and I loved going out in the field. Just kidding. I mean, I was in the Army, but I'm not an expert. All right, so I've got 4 pieces. Let me do one more small one, just because. I'll put that right in the middle. All right, so it's kind of stacked like that. And then I'm not going to light the bacon paper towels. I'm going to light the shredded paper around it, because as that's burning, the oil, well, the grease is going to start permeating into the rest of the paper, and it's just going to take off. So let me get this started, and then we'll come back in about 5 minutes and see what it looks like. Got to have one of these. Oh, they hardly ever work. So just going to start it in a few places. And shredding it is a huge difference, because if you don't shred it and you just crumple it up, it's much harder to burn. See, I mean, look, well, see, if you look over here, the bacon paper towel has already started on fire because it's just oil. So let me get this going. See how already good that's going? Okay, so we're going to give it about 5 minutes, and we'll come back and we'll show you what it looks like. Stay tuned for more. All right, it's only been about 2 minutes, but I wanted to show you the, I don't know if you can see it down there, but that is just the bacon and the paper towel, and it's just full of flame. All right, we'll be back in about 3 minutes. Okay, so we're not quite at the 5 minutes, we're close, but I wanted to show you what we do for the solo stove. Normally, when we have a regular fire pit down in the backyard, I cut the wood, 16, 18 inches long, but because of the solo stove, it's too big. So what I do is I cut them to about a foot. It's a little bit more work for splitting and cutting, but as you can see, I can put a whole lot of wood in there, because you don't want the wood sticking out, because if the wood gets above the holes on the top, that's when you start getting smoke. You want to keep the wood below those holes, because what those holes do is burn not the fumes, but the gases that haven't burnt up yet, and that's what creates no smoke. So actually, we can probably just go ahead now. I think it's been close to 5 minutes. We can just show you the fire now. Oof. So I haven't touched it. One of the pieces of wood did fall, so I had to push it back up. But you can see it's going strong now. All the paper that's down in the bottom, all that shredded paper, that's long burnt out. But I don't know if you can see. Well, I don't want to put the camera too close, but I can still see right down there. That's still the paper and the bacon grease still burning after 5 minutes. That's pretty amazing. So I hope this helps you guys. I mean, I think it works great. And the bonus is, now we're going to have a fire tonight. And the other bonus, if you could only tell, it smells like bacon. I thought it was funny. Okay, so I hope this video was informative to you guys. I don't know, I've never seen anybody else use this method. It works great for us. And I hope it works for you. Next time you do bacon, think of the guest house and think of us. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, please, please, please. And if you like the video, the ring ding, the bell thing, just do that, if you don't mind. You can do the like button, either up or down, it doesn't matter. Anyway, thanks for being our guest.